In the tapestry of life, every thread weaves a story of love, betrayal, growth, and the quest for happiness. Imagine embarking on a journey that promises the fulfillment of dreams, only to be entangled in a web of emotions that tests the very essence of your being. This tale begins with a young couple, their love blossoming amidst the joy of shared dreams and the innocence of new beginnings. They find themselves the proud owners of their dream house, their lives enriched by the laughter of pets they adore together. Yet, lurking in the shadows of this idyllic existence are secrets that threaten to unravel the fabric of their relationship. Early betrayals surface, casting long shadows over their love, challenging their trust and igniting flames of jealousy and anger that had never before been kindled. The narrative takes us through the highs of passionate love and the lows of heartbreak, revealing the complexity of human emotions and the fragility of relationships. As they navigate the turbulent waters of their relationship, they encounter moments of pure bliss interspersed with storms of conflict. The introduction of new challenges tests their resolve, pushing them to the brink of despair. Amidst the chaos, a revelation shakes the very foundation of their lives, leaving them at a crossroads, facing decisions that could either forge a path to healing or lead to the shattering of their world. Let's not wait and get straight into this. My girlfriend 26 and I, male 29, have been together for exactly 5 years. We have owned our dream house since October 2020. We just adopted a puppy that we love. We live with 2 adorable cats. Very early in our relationship, I found out that she was being unfaithful and had sex with another guy that she was seeing on and off since she was 14. She would sometimes have sex with him hours before doing the same with me. I'm a really open-minded guy. I had never been jealous before this relationship, but this broke me. I confronted her about it. She broke down in tears, promised she would stop, and begged for me to come back. After a couple of days of thinking it out, I decided to forgive her. I tried to focus on building a great relationship with her. I believe it might have been too fast. Because I started having control issues, anger issues, jealousy issues, because of those incidents. Despite those issues, our first 2 years were amazing. We were madly in love and both couldn't stand being away from each other for more than a day or two. I began healing slowly and had fewer of the previous issues. The real problem started when we moved in together in our first apartment. She would often say that I wasn't helping enough around the apartment. She says I spent too much time on my computer, drank too much. Month after month, she began to get more and more distant from me. We didn't have sex very often, and even the smallest things like hugging, kissing, or holding hands felt forced. She never wanted to. Every time she was like that, my anger, control, and jealousy issues were coming back, which made her even more distant. Sometimes it was a never-ending, toxic circle. Sometimes we managed to talk it out and get better at being with one another for a couple of great months. In July 2019, she had another affair with a co-worker, although less serious than the first one. I took it very badly, but again we talked it out. We got out stronger and managed to get to where we are now. We have a beautiful house together and pets that we love. We talked about our future together and made plans. Last Sunday, she straight up told me that she didn't love me anymore. She said couldn't see me as a fatherly figure for her future children. This is the first time this happened. As I could not control her feelings, I thanked her for having the courage to tell me. I suggested that we get professional help to help us get our feelings in order and talk about our future. She hesitated and simply told me I don't know. The next days were hell. My mental health plummeted and I had a breakdown. I felt the need to go through her phone to find out why she wouldn't want to get help. Why did she just risk 5 years of relationship and our whole situation down the drain instead of going to therapy a few times? I found what I believe is indubitable proof that she plans on getting with the co-worker she had an affair with, but I don't know if it is my paranoia talking. She always denies it when I try to calmly talk to her about it. Feeling that I couldn't hold on any longer, I apologized for my breakdown. I brought up the couple therapy idea again. Even though our breaking point was probably long reached, it would really help soften the blow and get our thoughts in order. After pushing her for an answer that wouldn't come, she eventually told me that she didn't have the strength to go through therapy. She refused any kind of outside help and wanted to break up right now. This is where it gets bad for me. In addition to losing her, I lost the house and our beloved pets. They are mine, but let's face it, I cannot take them away from the house. I'll probably get the chance to see her rebuild her life with her co-worker in my house, in my native village right next to my parents' house. And I owe her half of the $100,000 that was invested in the house by her rich grandfather. Money that I don't have. I'll need to sell every single material thing that I hold dear to gather the money. I'm constantly thinking about hurting that other guy. I am constantly considering suicide. This is not a call for attention. The thoughts are pulsating right through my mind every time I think too much about her affairs, and what I'm about to lose. I already booked an appointment with a therapist to help me cope with all of this, and hopefully not hurt anyone. My closest friends have been warned. They took my car keys and take turns staying with me to be sure that I don't do anything stupid. I feel like getting professional help could have saved our couple. But I think we're way past that point now and can only try to mitigate the damages, but I have no clue how. Do you have any advice for me? Update. I'm devastated. My girlfriend of 5 years broke up with me without telling me that she was with someone else and had been for at least 1 month. When I found out, I told her that I had no other choice but accept her new relationship and wish her the best. I asked her one thing, not to see him in our house until we sell it or until she buys it from me. I temporarily moved out to give her some space while she thinks about our breakup and what she really wants to do. She's been saying that we could still go back together, but she needed to think about it. She had sex with him in my bed last Friday. I immediately found out and confronted her about it. I told her to pack her things and let me enjoy the comfort of the house. I asked her to leave, take some time to reflect on her side, and let me rebuild myself in our house. I tried moving back in last Sunday, but she wouldn't move. She told me that I couldn't force her to leave the house. I had to change the sheets they had sex in. I had to empty the bin where they threw their used condoms. When I tried to finally go to sleep in my bed, this is what she told me. Are you sure that you want to sleep in the bed where I fucked him yesterday? After hearing that, I lost the will to fight. We had a 4-hour chat where I conceded her everything. The house, the dog, the cats, everything we own. The worst part, at the end of this chat, she told me this. She was losing someone great, that we still had chances to stay together. And that I shouldn't give up, and I should keep fighting for her. I moved out again, blocked her on every social media, and started no contact since Monday. This is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I miss her so much. I think this guy is too obsessed with her. The fact that he still misses her despite being cheated on is beyond me. The way she is boasting about her infidelity and unfaithfulness after these years in a relationship deserves a little revenge. What do you think about the story? Let me know about your perspective and advice on this story in the comments below. I need you to do one tiny work for me. my channel is very close to achieving 1,000 subscribers. If you have a little time and you haven't subscribed yet, please do. According to the statistics, 99% of my viewers haven't subscribed to my channel. So, if you are one of those and enjoy these stories, please take a moment to help me achieve this milestone. In a small town, a story starts. A man and his wife have been happy together for 13 years. But then, something unexpected happens that could change everything. The wife makes a big mistake while she's away with friends. This mistake is a secret at first, but secrets have a way of coming out. Now, the man is faced with a tough choice about his marriage and his family. This story isn't just about what went wrong. It's about trust, saying sorry, and trying to fix things. We're going to see if the man and his wife can find their way back to each other, or if some mistakes are too big to forgive. This journey will show us the real tests of love and forgiveness. Let's find out what happens. I, 39 male, and my wife, 33 female, have been together for 13 years. She recently went away on a girls' trip. I was not worried at all. I have never had a reason to distrust her. She has never done anything to give me a cause for concern, and it's not like she was even going abroad. She was going to Butlins, half an hour away. She went with her sister and a few other girls. She called me up this morning, and I didn't expect anything other than her checking in. She's only been away one night of a 3-night trip. When I answered, she was crying and incoherent. When I finally calmed her down, she told me she had slept with someone else the night before. Supposedly, she met a guy whom she approached, they flirted a little and danced together, and she thought that was as far as it would go. But he supposedly just charmed her into a kiss, which turned into making out. These actions turned to her, asking him to walk her back to her hotel, which turned into them having sex. She says nothing was amiss, he wasn't pushy or weird, and they actually had sex multiple times. She would say they need to stop, and he would stop immediately, and then after a few minutes, she'd want him to carry on, and he would. And he supposedly never even finished because of the stop and start. This supposedly went on for 3 hours, and she eventually said, "Stop for good," and asked him to leave, and he did. The guy is supposedly 10 years younger than her. She said she lied and told him she was going through a divorce. She says she doesn't know what came over her, and she just wanted to see if she still had it, but got carried away. 14 years, married for 10, and we have a 7-year-old daughter. I want to leave her. She's begging me not to, offering marriage counseling, never going out again, never drinking again, etc. I've always been a one-chance sort of guy. I just told her to go fuck herself and have been ignoring her since about 10 a.m. Now her friends and sister are calling me too. They apparently had no idea she'd even gone home with him. They saw them talking but thought nothing of it. I just want them all to leave me alone. I told my mum about it, and she said I should think of my family. That my wife seems genuinely remorseful and didn't try and hide anything and came clean straight away. That it's not like she had an affair. Am I wrong for not even considering forgiving her? Update. So my wife came home tonight, after giving me the day to cool off. I asked to see the guy. I don't know why. Maybe I'm a sucker for punishment. And of course, he looks like a superhero, so that's great. For the record, my wife is beautiful. She has perfect teeth, works out regularly, etc. I am not ugly, but I am just a typical English guy. I am not overweight, but could probably lose a few pounds, a bit of a dad's body, etc. I always felt so lucky to be with her. She was an amazing partner, an amazing mother, funny, intelligent, etc. I asked her to lay out what happened to me in more detail. I wanted to catch any lies or changes in the story and test her consistency. She basically says she was at the bar and the guy was standing next to her. They glanced at each other and she said, "Where did you come from?" He asked what she meant, and she replied he was the first handsome man she'd seen. And that's how the conversation got started. As for her telling him she was divorcing, that happened when he glanced down, noticed her ring, and asked her about it. Apparently, once she said that he went on to say, "Not like I give a fuck either way." I asked if she thought he could have slipped her anything. She says it's impossible because they only did shots together. I asked if she took any drugs, and she admitted to doing coke with her friends. This isn't all that surprising if you're from the UK and you're into drinking culture. It's pretty standard. A few of you seem to be American, so let me explain what exactly a Butlins is. It's basically a holiday resort, usually for families, but they sometimes host adult exclusive weekends where it's a pretty big party place. It's cheap and grimy and can be a lot of fun. People dress up, there's live music, multiple venues, and late-night entertainment, etc. As for people saying she got caught by her friends, she actually didn't. She disappeared with the guy and went home with him. She texted her friends she was tired and wanted to go to sleep. They are at the resort and the hotel is like a 3-minute walk, so they all just said to text when she was safe in her room. She was sharing a room with her sister. Her sister was in their other friend's room, drinking and doing coke because they thought she was sleeping. She told the guy to leave at around 6 a.m. because she thought her sister might be coming back soon, as that's when the party usually winds down. I asked her how many times she had sex with the guy, and she said 4 or 5, lasting between 5 to 10 minutes each time. Apparently, even after cheating, she never thought she'd sleep with the guy. She says she just wanted to give him oral, so she did that, but the guy said he could only finish through sex. She didn't believe him until 20 minutes later he still wasn't done, so she gave up and climbed on top of him. But then, after about 5 minutes, she thought, "What the fuck am I doing?" and got off him. Then laid there and cuddled him and drank more, and then 10 minutes later they would be touching each other again. This repeated 4 or 5 times. She says that she kept thinking it was wrong, but then would think it's too late now anyway, so might as well carry on and basically go through a loop of that. I asked her why she felt the need to see if she still had it. She says since she hit 30, she's been self-conscious of her aging. That when she spots a new wrinkle or something, it drives her to tears. She said that chatting to the guy made her feel young again, and she latched onto that. Also, apparently the guy was there with a girl, who my wife said looked like a younger version of herself. The guy pointed her out to my wife and said that girl over there watching us has a crush on me and laughed about it. After he had been talking to my wife for like 30 minutes, the girl had enough. She walked over and kicked the table, spilling the guy's drink, and then stormed off. She says that the guy picking her over a younger woman drove her ego crazy, and that was when she decided to kiss him. I asked her why she even told me. She said that when she woke up, she saw I'd sent a selfie of me and our daughter eating pizza together, and it sent her into a nervous breakdown. That she was wailing and sobbing so loud it woke up her sister, and that's when she confessed. Her sister told her she was insane for what she did. She wasn't very comforting, and then left the room mad at her, which made it worse, and that's when she called me. I have asked her to leave the house for a few days. She is staying at her mother's house while I decide what I want to do. She begged me not to make her leave, but she did when I said it was the least she could do, after blowing up our entire lives over wrinkles and making her sad. As for my mother, she still thinks I should forgive her. For context, my dad died about a year ago, and my wife has really been a rock for my mum. I cannot see her as much as I would like, due to my work. But my wife is a self-employed nail tech and has a lot of free time. She uses it to spend with my mum, to keep her company, do her hair, and have girly days to try and make sure she doesn't get lonely. No, I don't think my mum is a cheater or whatever, and she is very angry at my wife. But she loves her, and she just wants everything to be okay. My daughter has no idea what is happening. She was already asleep when my wife came and went again. She will just think Mummy is still on holiday. I still have no idea what I'm going to do. Honestly, I'm still reeling. This is where this story comes to an end. The official poster who posted all of this has not provided any update regarding his situation. His account is suspended, and the reason for that is unknown. If he ever comes up to any conclusion or his decision, maybe he will post on an alternative account. I will keep you updated on this story if there will be any more updates in the future. If you haven't subscribed already, please make sure to do so. We are very close to achieving our 1,000 subscribers milestone, so please help me achieve it.